it with another game of Geometry Dash. We're here on Clubstep. 12,427 is a number. And we totally need to practice first. But hey, why not do a couple first anyway? And then we'll practice. Showing the necessity for practicing. Obviously, if I was going to do it, I would have done it already. Eh. Yeah. What's up, Kiara? You said I should let you coach you on this. Well, I'm sure it would only frustrate you. I died that time because I was setting the checkpoint, not because I can't do that jump. I died that time because I didn't do the jump. Interesting. Should reinstall Geode. They fixed it. Or rather, they found a way to make it work with the new patch. Yeah. That was weird. Okay. Sure. I hit that portal really low. Normally I hit it like in the middle or higher, and it's totally fine to not input there. Man, finding every way to do this wrong. Nah, I've done all of these things this way wrong before. Because you input on the downstream just for like a single tap, and that's how you level out enough to hit the portal at a good angle here, right? Like right there. Nope, that was too much. No, it was too much because I held too much, not because of the tap. Probably didn't need the tap there. UFO on the ledge. Almost made it work. Hey, Neo, how's it going? Oh no, another crash. Don't worry, the hardcore necromancer is alive and well. Although I shudder to think what rank we have let him fall to by playing a different game. I was 400 when I went to work. There's no way I'm still 400. You know, the rank doesn't matter to me. I swear it doesn't. But it's still so cool, and I love it. You know, it's like, look, I don't need to be the best, but I do enjoy it telling me what rank I am. I love that kind of thing. Can you give me a tip? You certainly can. If I am able to take it is another thing. Ah. Poor performance indeed. Okay. I swear I think I'm good at this part. I've never once said that I'm bad at it, and I stand by it. I'm good at it, I just can't prove it to you. But whenever I do it right, it feels so wonderful and perfect, and I'm like, obviously I'm not gonna crash. I'm an artist. I died again. Pathetic. Much too high up there. Okay. I don't understand. No, cannot. Absolutely not. That's wrong, right? That's wrong. It's wrong. It looks like the graphics are shivering, and I don't think it does that. It feels wrong. It feels deeply wrong. Like someone put something in my drink. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, that made me feel ill. Do not like. Okay. Yeah, it's the old practice mode. Obviously, we have to keep practicing. 12,000 failures isn't enough. Ah, pathetic. Doing it twice. Just because I didn't remember where we were at. What? That's lower than I normally hit it. No, it's a terrible checkpoint. So's that one. All these checkpoints are so bad. I mean, I'm doing them myself. But I'm still choosing very poorly. That's where I died for the real one, which makes sense, because that part is one of the many parts of this level that is super hard to do. That part's not very hard to do, relatively. I just, you know, sometimes you crash. That was weird. Can you bounce over it and not hit the top one also? No. Terrible. Hello, AVD. Whoops. Ah, that's so annoying. It's just, it feels insane to me that that button exits the level and doesn't leave the pause. Like, it just feels insane. I do it all the time, and I'll probably do it until the day that I quit playing this game. It doesn't make sense. Like, my gamer hand refuses to believe that it happens. Poor Green Blockington. You know, if somebody else was in charge of his life, they would treat him with more respect, but not me. Poor little guy. Like other people, they would learn to save him pain, and I'm like, oh, whatever, he'll get over it. I died again. Not that one. Ridiculous behavior. Hello, Eleanor. Okay, sure. Okay, I guess I'll do it. What a series of places to die. Wait, where's this at? Oh, here. That's a terrible place. Well, this is even worse. Hans Sophia, hey, hello. You have arrived in my inability to even move a checkpoint forward. 12,000. I'm so bad. I'm so... Okay, that one barely... See, but some of those 12,000 are jumps like that, and at what point are we really counting them, right? Except in the way where they're literally count, like, the same as any other one. Sure. That's a place to crash. Yeah, well, I bet you'll beat it before I do. Okay, see, but then, you know, some of these... That last one there, that was because I messed up. But the other... It's so bad. Okay. And that's the thing about these 12,000 attempts, is so many of them involve, like, this behavior, where I just play, like, absolute trash for about 100 attempts, and then we go away having learned nothing. Like, I already know how to do that, just not in a way where I can prove it. Oh, man. Sure. Alright, that... So annoying. I don't actually know if I ever missed that orb before, so that's good. That'll get us for the all deaths run. It's my goal to die every single place in Clubstep that a person can without beating the game first. And I think I'm really close. Hit the ledge there, a little wonky, yeah, well. Oh, I input before the bump. That's poor choice. Okay. What? Playing so bad. I don't deserve to beat this level that basically everybody can beat. Look, what? Okay, sure. And that's why the 12,000 doesn't matter and I'm still so bad. Because, like, easily a couple thousand are just, like, you know, stuff like that. Okay. That's a dumb one. Again. Absolutely ridiculous. That was weird. Hey, Bouncy. You know, I don't feel that the practice has been fruitful, is I guess the best way of putting it. Not that we are hitting those spikes. I hit pause and then I backed out, so I haven't even... Like, we just basically got to the part where I feel like I even need to practice. Because I wasn't doing super good at, getting through the first 40%. Great. Anyway, I feel like we can be here for another 10,000 or so attempts. I don't feel like it's close. Because every single one of those ship parts is just, like, exactly as likely to kill me. I'm not very good at any of them. And even if I do, 5 or 6 in a run, there's, like, 10 total or something. And, you only gotta mess up one. Because it's a lot of the same skill, right? But I haven't developed it at all. I forgot what was gonna happen there. Because I feel fine at... Although you're going to see me die on every other thing in the thing. Like, I feel fine at everything that's not the ship parts, but that's, like, the only hard part of the whole level, right? So, it's not like the ball is difficult. You just sort of gotta, like, die a couple times to figure out what's going on. Hey, Maddie. 'Cause a lot of it, too, is... my normal style doesn't fit with it because the ship, it's more finicky, right? There's a lot more finesse where if you hit the portal at a certain angle, then you're good, but you have to, if you know what you're doing, then you'd probably be able to react. But here, like there, I hit it way too high, and I know that. But it's not just a question of hit the portal and then try to go down, like with the ball, you always want to do the exact same thing, right? And you always do, or you die. But the ship, there's so much variability within it that still could lead to a success. And it's definitely not my strength to figure out on the fly if my trajectory is off. I just sort of am like, we're going good, right? We can do this, right? Nope, wrong, apparently wrong. It almost looked good. It almost did. Poor Sir Green Blockington. Hoist upon the explosive spikes of my arrogance. Oh no, not again. Not again. Hits start to get out. It's got the little pictures and stuff on there, but who among us, literally who reads what a game tells us on a screen? Like, if it was like, if you do this, I'm going to delete your whole save data, I'm just going to assume it didn't say that and click confirm, Why won't it read? Because that's as far as we've ever gotten on a real run, and it makes sense, because after, like, all of these, I call them slaloms, like on a ski course. Not that I have ever skied, but I did have a video game where that was one of the things that you did. And so that's why I call them that, just in case anyone, that's why I would refer to it that way. I wouldn't ski, I would be much too afraid. It looks like it really hurts if you fall down. Probably not as bad as skateboarding, but I don't do that either. But if I did ski, I would probably put on a performance much like Sir Green Blockington is doing here, going up and down the mountainside. And maybe you're not supposed to go up it. Maybe that's part of what we're doing wrong here. It's hard to say. That was pretty bad. Because that whole part has an up-down rhythm, so it's pretty, the whole part here, you have the teeth, and apparently I can't do it right anyway. Okay. Because even I'll forget, what's going on exactly here. I'm like, no, we just go up and down for a while, and we'll be good, except, obviously, I still have to turn into a rocket ship again, and I'm not very good at it. Oh my god. There, see, you would never ever do 2 inputs in this section, right? 1 per little thing. There's never a reason. You say you wonder what Circuit Blocker thinks repeatedly dies. Oh, so do I, Bouncy. So do I. Good night, Kira. It's not again, but that's too trite for this level. I hope he's a Doctor Strange fan and he just does like a Dormammu, I'm here to bargain. There were a couple of months when me and some of my siblings, we would watch that movie like every day, and then afterward, I'm not sure why we were doing that. Now it's very much Lord of the Rings all the time. I mean, it was then too. We mix it up. We watch the same movie 50 times and then occasionally change what movie it is. Said you can't do 10%. I bet you could if you just really, really, really applied yourself and died like 1,000 times. I had something like 2,500 attempts and I didn't finish it. Which, in that amount of attempts. But that means different things to different people, right? And different maps are like that. I mean, I could do Amethyst even more than that and I wouldn't get this far. But, if I could just get that first jump down. Why? Why 2 inputs? Literally why? There's no call for it. Because this part is like a very pleasant interlude if you can avoid whipsawing around like a madman. Jeez. Poor performance indeed. Taking what's supposed to be the chill, predictable part. Maybe it's because I'm saying it, maybe I'm that powerful. Doubt. Crash again, man. 81, right? 81. My Bane. That's why it's written on the title. Well, that's not 81. No, but I like to think that Sir Graham Blockington is like, a lot like me, so he takes refuge in philosophy. And in any sense, there must be some comfort, albeit a horrifying one, in being very sure about your own reincarnation. And it's not as if he's being placed into an inferior form or anything, The general madness of being ripped in time and space and reconstituted, must have been alarming the first few times, but he's had a lot of repetitions at this point. So he might be just thinking, where to next, I hope that despite his very flat facial expression, he does have like a cheerful mood about all of it. Because after all, we're all locked in here with him, so if he really feels as flat about it as he appears, well, maybe he'll change his mind someday. I'm just kidding, we're never gonna make him smile. Who do you think I am? If he wants to have a face like that, I support it so much. It's not like I'm in charge. I crashed again. Hey, Jeremy. You said you feel like 2v2 would be easier. couldn't even finish it on practice. There's this one part, which I can't describe very well because it's been many months, but it's within like the first like 30% or so, and I just died there so many times, like 1,000, like an actual 1,000 times, and then I was just like, nah, I'm good. What? Say less ship, but a lot more fast-paced and more technical gameplay. Yeah, I don't even remember what the part was that it was. I don't even remember if it was a ship. It was not like a cube though. It was definitely like diagonal stuff. It might have been wave, but I doubt it. I don't know. It was probably ship. The thing about wave is even if I do super lousy at it, like, I never feel like, man, I can't do this right. It's really just ship that I feel like is very much my worst. And then block. I'm very bad at block also. Cause people think cube's easy, so they give you a bunch of fake outs, you know. That's why I like ball. Like, if it's fast place and you're in ball, then they probably aren't gonna do too many fake things. Like that one part, like halfway through Shiver. I know how to speak. That one part, halfway through Shiver, you know, where it gets like super fast paced and it's just like slinging you through everything. That part's fun. I wonder what the music like that is. I'm so bad. Oh, if I did that on a real run, I'd just scream. I mean, I would try not to. I feel pretty strongly that displays of anger in public should be mediated by the fact that you know they're in public. I didn't even know you could do that, and now I've done it twice in a row. Am I jumping into the portal? Is that it? Am I supposed to just, like, slide? Say your best at ship, but not a wave, which is the opposite. That's so interesting. But I guess it's all in what speaks to you, you know. And there's a certain, like, delicacy in ship, right? Which, I mean, you definitely get with a couple of the other ones, like, depending on the map, you know. But, like, I feel, you know, like, with wave and ship and UFO to some extent, you know, there's a lot more ways to do a section. I mean, at the highest level, obviously they only give you, you know, one sort of way to do it. But, you know, I like when there's, you know, a pathway like that, you know, and there's, you know, thousands of possible ship orientations and inputs that could be successful here. You know, even that one might have done it if I hadn't messed it up, and I think that's pretty cool. You say Clubstep is too easy for me to struggle? Oh, I would disagree. Okay. Hello, Diamond. Hello, Patton. Mr. Pasta, hello. Do you wish to have a discourse about pasta? I'm not prepared. I'd like pasta, though. Are you like a big fan, or is that just a name that you use? Because sometimes people are named after a thing that they don't really like very much. Like my name on here, Tarkin. Like, I don't like the Tarkins. I just, like... Look, I tried to get like 20 other names, and they were all taken. This is a long time ago. It was like 13 years ago. I bet it would be even harder to get a name on YouTube now. Lord knows what I would have ended up with. Wow. Just pathetic. Anyway, it's alright. You know, we need to practice this part. We don't need to practice 96. Or any of these places. We don't need to practice dying anywhere on Clubstep, honestly. You'd think at this point I would have done it enough to remember. Yes, name? Yes, I too like pasta. You know, one of those things where even if it's kind of not that well made, it's still pretty nice. You know, you got to really mess it up for me to not want to eat it. I make a decent sauce myself. Haven't in like more than a year, but no, I cook for a living, right? I'm a line cook in a steakhouse, but I started cooking, you know, like for fun in my private life just like a few years back, but then I stopped because I started streaming and it was more fun to play video games and talk than it was to make cookies. You sound really good at the game? Well, it's nice of you to say so, but ideally you don't die at all. I know I can't show you what that looks like, but there are people who can. Oh, I did it again. I knew when I was like, yeah, you can't input there, you gotta... Okay, but you can't not do anything there. That was a wild swing. We almost made it through anyway, though. My hardest level is called Death Moon. It's super cool. It's easier than this is, which is why I beat it and not this. Oh yeah, Bouncy, did you ever, you still tackle an Eon every now and then? I remember I watched a couple of those, but it's been a few months. I confess I do not know if you're still on it or not. That level, that would be a funny level for me to play for the rest of my life. That would be super annoying. Just play for like 40 minutes. I mean, it would be hard enough for me to die on that level too, but you know, I would never even get to the end part where it gets really hard. You did? Oh, awesome! Grats! I'll did you do up like a video for it or anything? I'll have to search it up anyway to see. You know, I may not. Look, I'll be honest with you. I may not watch the whole stream, but I'll watch the last part. It's a long level. But if you did up a video on it, then I will absolutely watch the whole thing. Currently working on it. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Had a very high opinion of your work on the Sonic Wave video. Can't wait to see this one. I will certainly keep an eye out. Although I'll spoil it by hunting down the stream where you beat it anyway. That's cool. Congrats, man. Like, I always wonder why YouTube, whenever I log on, it doesn't want to show me, the stuff I'm subscribed to. It just, like, shows me the Bo Burnham song that I listen to every single morning and that I want to see so that I can click on it. And I'm like, why don't you show me what I'm subscribed to? And they're like, just shut up and listen to the song. And I'm like, okay. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's terrible. I have no idea how many stars I have. I believe it's an average amount. Blah. Okay. So you get the stars for flying over them and finishing the level, I imagine? Because I just always sort of thought they were theoretical, I confess, until, like, sometimes you see them go away when you fly over them or whatever. Right. Why would I input twice there? I know that it's alternating and that it's safe and that you only ever input once on that sequence. Why? These are questions. Nope. Man, 81, right? That... If you pay close attention, you could see me, you could hear me say no right before I died because I knew I had made a mistake. How did I know, you might ask? I could feel it. I was like, this feels like something I've done wrong before. So did that, but only after I ran into the spike. Again. Alright, one more time with feeling. Oh. Button got stuck. Oh no, the controller dies. It'll be alive for a little while. It took that PlayStation controller that I started playing Geometry Dash on like a long time. I mean, we obliterated that thing. Oh man, it would... Because it was so old, it was like a PS3 controller, maybe. No. It doesn't matter. I think it was PS4 controller. But anyway, it would come like... The cord would lose connection in the middle of a run, you know. I'd have to plug it back in. Pretty obnoxious. Real low-tech inputs. Okay. Oh, we held too much, went over the top of it, so instead of skirting over the top of it and sliding, which would have got us a different angle, we felt. I understand. And I've died 4 times, 5, while recreating the event in my head. This is really good detective work. You feel like controller makes the game much harder? It does. It does. It's, I have, like, nerve problems in my hands, so anything that's super clicky I can't do. But, like, the thumb articulation down is a whole different, like, nerve, like, the medial nerve that innervates these fingers here. That's a different one than the one that's the thumb. So basically, like, all the clicky stuff I could only play for a few minutes at a time. Whenever I first played, you know, when you don't have to click so many times in a level, I did play on a mouse, and I'm a much better player with it, and ship feels a lot better, you know, because the holds and releases is a lot easier and cleaner. But it just, yeah, I physically can't do it. Although it would be easier to do it if I could, for sure. Which is the same thing with, like, the buttons or whatever. You know, I'm not gonna blame World of Warcraft for it. The doctor, because I had surgeries and stuff, but, like, the doctor says that it's because of my weak genetics. I got these little wrists, you know. He didn't say it like that, but he basically said that it had almost nothing to do with all the dumb things I did in my whole life, and had, like, everything to do with the fact that, you know, I did them while my wrists are too small. Because, like, you know, I wasn't trying to waste his time, but I was curious. I'm like, is it because of my work? Is it because of the video games I play? Is it because of all the punching bags I hit whenever I was a young man and I was so mad all the time? Tell me, Doc. And he's like, oh, you know, it just sort of happens, you know? And I was like, so it's not the video games? Okay, good. No, if they told me I could not use my hands to play video games anymore, I would simply do what that guy in Def Leppard did when he didn't have arms and play the drums. I mean, video games with some other apparatus. But, you know, it is cool that those things exist, but I am very happy to have my insufficient human hands to play with, such as they are. They're so good now, though. I mean, you know, I shouldn't talk down on them. They're wonderful. They're such good hands. If they could hear me say rude things, I would never even say it one time. Because, dude, is it ever good to have them again? Stuff was bad before I got them back. It wasn't nice. I couldn't, like, open a bottle of water. Couldn't do anything. It's rough. Anyway, not important. If it happens again, I'm just gonna do like a Luke Skywalker thing and get robot ones instead. I couldn't afford it this time. I think he said it would be about $1 billion. So, you know, working on it. Is it just the up arrow key? That's interesting. I'm not going to repeat the thing that I've just been talking about, but it is not efficient for my human body. Because, like, while I could maybe play better, I could play for maybe 5 minutes at a time before stuff started going numb and bad. If my hands really worked, I wouldn't use them to play Geometry Dash. I would play real-time strategy games, and I'd be really bad at it. Which is what I do now, only I don't play against people. I could play against people. I'd be bad. I wouldn't be good if my hands were good, but that's my excuse. I'm like, no, I shouldn't play multiplayer after all. My hands don't work right. And not like that I'm trash and I don't know what I'm doing. I watch a lot of it, though. That's like my thing. I watch, like, high-level play of a few different real-time strategy games. StarCraft 1, Warcraft 3, Total War Warhammer. That's my jam. I've been watching StarCraft on YouTube for, like, 15 years. No longer than that now. Oh yeah, no, like 18 years now. I would have started in like '08. How time flies, right? But there's a dude called Diggity SC, and he, you know, I was watching him then, and I still watch him. He still does StarCraft commentaries for a small viewership base. My Geometry Dash name? I don't have an account. But our character's name is Sir Green Blockington, the long-suffering Sir Green Blockington for short. Hello, Dodo. $1 billion is a small price to pay for robot hands. Do I have the full game? I think so. I bought it on Steam, you know, I think I got it. There's never been anything I can't do. I mean, besides like beat a level. It's not version dependent though. Yes, I am playing this on a beefy gaming computer because it's very ironic and fun. No, the first thing, like, the first game that I played, basically, whenever I got this computer, was Minecraft, and I hadn't even played it before. But I knew I wanted to. Minecraft, good game, you know, if you haven't played it. If you guys ever recommended somebody play Minecraft, is it ridiculous? Because no one ever told me to play it, not since, like, it came out, really, because I guess everybody just assumes everybody has. And then whenever I mentioned that I hadn't, they're like, well, you have to play it. It's only on mobile. Oh yeah, you couldn't run it on my phone. I don't know where my phone is, or I would show it to you. I have a flip phone. I don't use a smartphone. I don't believe in them. What did you say? You should probably start core streams. Well, you know, I think they're fun. Hey, KP. Yeah, the last one is more like, you know, they're not usually sad. You know, the last one kind of is, but yeah, you know, check them out if you feel a desire to. We're probably going to be doing a few more of them here in the next few days because I've had a couple more ideas for some stuff to do. But yeah, we're on day like, you know, 820 or so. We built not a lot of stuff, you know. I'm not very creative. I built a really big lake and river. Not more like a canal. It's not important. Anyway, we're working on stuff. It's a pretty nice lake. I'm proud of my lake. I shouldn't act like I'm not super proud of my lake and the river thing I made, because like working with water in Minecraft is super fun and very rewarding. Your account got deleted? Oh no, because you didn't transfer in kind. Oh, that's awful, man. That's awful. Yeah, we'll probably try one from zero soon, not because we're ready, but because it's getting sort of late in the night, and we might as well get some attempts in before we give up and go to bed. But no, I'm pretty proud of my hardcore world, honestly. Not as proud as I am of all of my wheat. I mean, like, that's gonna be the real mark I leave on the world. I'm very proud of my wheat, okay? Y'all know me. I never knew that's what I wanted to be known as, but, you know, now that I have the field, alright, let's do this. First, we will change the title. So if anyone arrives in the middle, they will know that we're about to die on a real attempt. Alright. Let us go then, you and I. Ah. Not promising so far. Pathetic. You have no idea what I'm talking about? Oh, well, in addition to my hardcore Minecraft world, I have a lot of wheat. I don't think it's currently the most wheat in the world. It is a lot. I hope to one day have the most wheat in the world. That's not what it's about, but if there's a trophy or a statue, then I'll obviously accept it. And I do have a speech prepared. You can find them on a playlist on my channel called Wheat. And it's every bit as unhinged as it looks. Someone's explained to me that most people don't do it, and I said, really? I'm missing out. If you ever planted 250,000 wheat in Minecraft, it's excellent. It's so pretty. And the videos are all called Just Wheat. Makes them easy to find. We crashed again. At first I was gonna do, like, sort of wheat puns, and then, you know, like a TV show would, like, slant in a reference. But then I thought, calling it Just Wheat, like how people have just chatting streams, I thought that was funnier. And I still do. I stand by it. No, what? Just when the song gets good. How much wheat do I have? Oh, a lot. More than 250,000 blocks. I think the current count is something like 270k, 275. That's wheat in the ground. Obviously, we've like had to farm some up to replant. It's like 370, 380,000 total planted wheat over the history of it. The game helpfully keeps track. I don't like count them or anything. I planted them by hand, but I don't count them by hand. Gotta stop somewhere. Oh, it's the most wonderful field. You really must check it out sometime. I mean, though I say so myself. I think it's nice. I think actually one day everyone will be planting them because of how nice it is. In hardcore, I have like a little bit of wheat. It's sort of like a homage. And then I have this other place where I planted a whole lot more of it because there were these pillagers and I needed to get rid of them. So I figured, why don't we sow their entire land with wheat? That'll stop them from running around and menacing Dr. Jones in Indiana while they're at the archaeology dig. You can never have too much wheat, it's exactly right. You can make straw out of it, you know? Just like put it into the wind. You could jump into it Assassin's Creed style. That even works, by the way. I mean, not in real life, but in Assassin's Creed. Alright. Jeez. pathetic. Jeez, so bad. It's annoying too, because it's right when the song gets good. Is that what's wrong? Is it because we don't listen to the song and I get excited because the song gets all amped? Maybe. Can music be too good? It can. Oh, that's so annoying. Who jumps there? Who jumps there? There's no call for that. Absolutely unnecessary. You can tell by the way I died. Garbage. Blah. Poor performance indeed. Because there's just so many ship sections. We've already established in a previous video that the words ship and section together are nearly impossible to say. And there's so many of them in this, and they all can kill me. Like, what are the chances of stringing all of them together? Well, we'd have to figure out the probability of succeeding any one of them, and now I've bored myself. Unbelievable. It's like I'm not even worried about that part, but we can't even get past it. Just pathetic. It doesn't... You know, it still doesn't feel at all like Death Moon felt, where I felt like I knew every single section super well and all I had to do was put them together. I do not feel that way about this level at all. Every single section of ship is like... I practice one and then all the other ones fall apart. I can't ever do anything right. Terrible. Just terrible. Oh, okay. You can die there? Ridiculous. That was bad. You know, if you die on ball, it's just because you didn't hit the button. Shoulda hit the button. There's a huge window there, too. Distracted by feeling like I was doing well? Perhaps. Yeah. Makes sense. Pretty bad. They never give up. No, I definitely do not got this, but it is nice of you to say so. That's so annoying. is so annoying, and that is just... I mean, at this point, we're just padding our deaths, right? You know, to show off. 13,000. Yeah, but how many of them look like that? Trash. I can beat it. You think so? 13,000 failures can't be wrong. Man. Okay. Alright, last one. Makes sense. Anyway, 13,080 attempts, and no closer to beating it than ever before. But hey, whatever. What are you gonna do, right? That's Dallas. That's showbiz. Anyway, I gotta go to bed. I gotta work in the morning. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Bye 50. Bye Rick Crazy. Bye Richie, bye Teal, bye Krungus. Later Bouncy, thanks for stopping in. Later Clippy, later Dodo. Diamond, Pasta. Everybody else, Pat, thanks for hanging out, everybody. And maybe I'll see y'all around in a later stream or video. Hey, it's White, sorry, you caught me at the very end of it. But yeah, you know. I'll be playing stuff tomorrow, probably not Geometry Dash, I mean maybe, but no telling when I'll get the bug to try to beat it, but you know, 13,000 failures, not today. I'm just glad the game keeps track. Otherwise, I'd be able to like inflate it into a wildly incorrect number. Yeah, don't worry. It's unlikely I'll beat it at any time, but I'm pretty bad and that level's pretty hard. But you know, we didn't get to 81%. We got to 66 and then 67%. But that's not very far, is it? Anyway, see you guys. Good night.